Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's time for another edition of Big Beefy's Boston Ballers Beat, where we talk Boston sports as highlights from the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and New England Patriots. Acquisitions or trades or call-ups or whatever it has to do with Boston sports or sports all over the country. And now here is the man that will bring you the sports reports himself, the master of sports shenanigans, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2156 of the show. Welcome to another segment of Big Beefy East Boston Ballers Beat. And this will be the 12th edition. And this is 2025. We're going to talk about the Red Sox season, starting off with the first 11 games. First, I do want to give a shout out to a couple of college teams, even though I don't watch college sports that much, but I think it's important because sports is sports. I figured I will let you know the college basketball season is over. The March Madness is concluded, ladies and gentlemen, and we do have national champions on both the men's and the women's side. Let's start with the women's side. The 2025 National Basketball College Basketball Champions, goes to the UConn Lady Huskies. They won their 12th championship, I do believe. It says UConn, Connecticut is part of New England. Congratulations to our fellow New Englanders, New England sports team in college. Ladies, congratulations. Shout out to you guys. You ladies did an awesome job. And once again, congratulations. Also, I want to send the congratulations to, on the men's side, on a wild game between the Florida Gators and Houston. The Houston Cougars, I think they're called. The Florida Gators on the men's side are now the 2025 NCAA National Basketball Champions. And I'm sure Billy Moody, since he's a Gators fan, is very, very pleased about that. So congratulations to the Florida Gators men's college basketball team, NCAA national titles, national champions. Houston, you should not be ashamed. It was a great effort you guys put in. You were a number one seed. Just be proud, and hopefully you guys can get back there next year. So congratulations to them. Now, we're going to talk a little bit. Let's go to the New England Patriots are on the off-season, but boy, didn't they make a splash in the off-season. They got their guys, the head coach, Mike Vrabel, is the head coach of the brand new head coach of the New England Patriots. See how this Patriot legend will fare. Hopefully he fares a lot better. He did well as a coach. He did pretty decent as a coach when he coached the head coach when he coached the Tennessee Titans. And also they acquired. They signed Stephon Diggs to wide receiver Stephon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million contract. That's a huge get for the Patriots offense, and I'm telling you. But Stephen A. Smith, brother, Stephen A. Smith, you're one of the most entertaining dudes ever. I may not agree with a lot of things you say, but you're an entertaining guy. But listen up, man. You know, you get upset because he went from Josh Allen to C.J. Stroud to Drake May. Are you complaining that Drake May... Listen, Drake May was only a rookie, but he'll get even better. Stephon Diggs will help him get better. Tell you, one player doesn't make a team there, Stephen A. Smith. Stephon Diggs will help Drake May be a better quarterback. And trust me on this one. Stephon, once they get that rapport going, the chemistry... the camaraderie, once they get that going, they're going to be an unstoppable quarterback wide receiver combo since Tom Brady and Julian Edelman. Come on. Just give him some time, Stephen A. Smith. Give him some time. Cheapest. You get upset already. Oh, he's going to Drake May. Come on, Stephen A. Smith. In the words of the guys at ESPN, come on, man. Come on. What's the deal here? What's the deal? Speaking of come on, man, we got to talk about them Boston Bruins, man. All you hockey fans out there, and especially you Bruins fans. I know a few friends of mine in my church are Bruins fans. Donna Horn, Jeremy Lima, my pastor. Guys, I know what you're thinking. You know, we're going to get some counseling and all that. Don't worry about a thing. I mean, the Bruins are end up in last place. They're not going to the playoffs this year, definitely. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Bruins. I feel bad for the Bruins, and just just I feel bad for the Bruins. I really, really do. I mean, they traded away one of their best players. I mean, ever since Patrice Bergeron retired, it seems like everything went downhill since then. That's why I'm thinking it could be some of the biggest stars are leaving Boston, and another big star trading away Brad Marchand. A lot of people are calling for Cam Neely's head. I don't know who's in charge. Don Sweeney. They're calling for his head on the silver platter. They want the ownership to fire him or something like that. But I think the Bruins are going to be in a rebuilding season at 31-38. But the team with the best record in NHL, surprisingly, is the Winnipeg Jets. I'm sure Chris Jericho could be very happy about that. They're sitting at 53-21, though. And meanwhile, though, 49-19, you're talking about 49-19 is the Capitals' second best. So. Well, right now the Winnipeg Jets, so overall, best record in the NHL at once again 53-21. But who made the playoffs so far? It's the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Florida defending champs, the Florida Panthers. I think with Brad Marchand, the Florida Panthers could have a good chance to repeat. But could it be Toronto's time? And since they're the top of the Atlantic Division right now at 47-25, I got a good hunch. I got a good hunch this might be their year to win it all. Who knows? Right now, the Capitals and the Hurricanes have made the playoffs as well. Capitals got a better record than the Maple Leafs, so I'm thinking in the Eastern Conference, the Capitals got the number 1 seed if the playoffs started right now. So, and the Maple Leafs will have the number 2 seed in the process. So we shall see what happens. So we'll see what happens. We're going to talk a little bit about the Celtics now. The Boston Celtics standings. Let's see what their standings at right now. It looks like whoa. We got a lot of teams. Oh, I forget now. It could be. This could be an interesting situation because right now you got 10 teams have made the playoffs. As you know. Wait a minute. Clinch the playoff. All right, so the Cavaliers and Celtics clinched their division. How can two teams clinch a division? I don't know. Are they breaking it down? Maybe I don't know. But the Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, and Pistons have made the playoffs, and you got 4 teams making the play-in position. That means they win, they're in the playoffs. The Magic, the Hawks, the Bulls, and the Heat. They have an opportunity. Those 4 teams have an opportunity to really. Well, right now the playoff position comes from the first 6 teams: Cavaliers, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, Pistons, and Magic. Meanwhile, the Western Conference, the Thunder clinched the conference, and the Rockets clinched the division. So right now, that's the how do you break down the standings? That's what I want to know. NBA Cup. NBA Cup is the what? Oh boy. Yeah. I don't want the NBA Cup. I want NBA. How can they clinch their division? I better check this on NBA.com. Maybe that will help. NBA.com. I gotta see how the Celtics clinch the division, and you can clinch the conference and all that, but let's see standings right now. Maybe the standings conference. Let's see. Okay. So how the playoffs are going to work like this. The 7 and 8 seed between the Magic and the Hawks, they'll play the number 2 seed Celtics. Whoever wins that plays the Celtics. So that's a huge deal. And between the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves, whoever wins that plays the playoffs start today. So group by conference division. Okay. So the Celtics did clinch the Atlantic Division. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So So, yep. So the Celtics clinched the Atlantic Division. So they're the Atlantic Division champions. So congratulations to the Boston Celtics. So, so let's and one more. Let's go to the Red Sox. It's the meat of the potatoes of the Red Sox today. The Red Sox, I'll tell you, they're kicking it. They're kicking it off the season pretty decently. They're sitting at 6-5, tied in a three-way tie for the top of the AL East, along with the Blue Jays, who beat them last night. We'll get to that, and the New York Yankees as well. So, very interesting situation. Red Sox season kicked off against the Texas Rangers on a road swing, as you know, a 7-game road swing when the face coming into town against the Rangers and the Orioles. They took the first game 5-2 behind Garrett Crochet, the opening day starter, and then the Rangers took the next 3 games 4-1, 4-3, and 3-2. Now Rafael Devers was struggling throughout the series against the Rangers. I think 0-for-16 with 12 strikeouts. Ugh. But then the Red Sox bats are starting to wake up a little bit. The rally came short against the Orioles in their first game, giving them a 4-game skid at 8-5, and then they had April Fool's Day off, probably pulling April Fool's jokes or anything like that. Then the bats started coming alive against the Orioles, but they shut out the Orioles 3-0 this last week, and then they beat the Orioles 8-4, and then so they come home to Fenway for the home opener, and the bats woke up in this one. The Red Sox beat up on the Cardinals 13-9, and then the Red Sox won on a walk-off against the Cardinals 5-4 this past Sunday because Saturday's game was rained out. And here's the funny part. I was watching the game online, and there was a live chat. I said, Rafi is due to hit one. And I said that. And before you know it, Rafi just busted one out. I was like, called it. Uppo Field in the monster seats. And then the ESPN game that they have Sunday night, this past Sunday, they molly-whopped the Cardinals 18-7 with Cooper Crisp pitching 3 innings, and despite his performance, he picks up the save for the team. Unbelievable, right? I'm shocked. And then you got the Blue Jays coming into town. They beat the Red Sox 6-2, forcing a 3-way tie on top of the AL East. And not only that, the Blue Jays locked up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for 14 years, $500 million deal. That's a big thing, man. I'll tell you. I think there were rumors going on that Vladimir Guerrero will sign with the Red Sox next season and all that. Well, that ain't happening. So the Blue Jays locked him up. They probably don't like the fact that that Vladimir Guerrero going to a major rival in the Red Sox. He said, we're locking you up for 14 years, $500 million, and they said, that's fine. Give me the money. Show me the money. I'll hit for you. I'll try to help. And the last time the Blue Jays have not won a World Series, it was in 32 years. They have not won a World Series since 1993. So I'm sure, I don't know if Vladimir Guerrero will be the guy to help them to win one. We'll find out for sure. Because right now, like I said, the AL East has always been competitive this time, every time the Red Sox play. So I'm really excited about that. We'll see what happens. I know they got a game coming up they got coming up tonight, 6:45. Another one tomorrow at 6:45, and Thursday at 4:10. So I'm going to watch that game as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what the Red Sox can do against the Toronto Blue Jays. And then I believe they're going to Chicago. And they're going to Chicago for like a 4-game set, I believe. Let me check this one more time before we conclude the video for today. Let's see. No, I want the Red Sox. Okay, and let's see. So we got Chicago. After the series against the Blue Jays, with the Red Sox traveling to Chicago for a 3-game set, and then the Rays for a 3-game set, and then Red Sox come back home facing the very same Chicago White Sox in a 4-game set. Then Seattle comes to town for 3. Then they're going to Cleveland, and then up for 3 set, and then against Toronto on the road. So we shall see what happens. Oh, wait a minute. I got the schedule on my fridge there. I should have checked out everything. So I'm just really excited about that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the season's off and running and pretty good so far. We'll see what they can do. You know, I know we got Masataka Yoshida and Worcester working on his outfield defense and all, so I am sure he'll hit the ball. I mean, the Red Sox signed him for a $90 million deal. You know, we don't want him to go by the way of Rusney Castillo, but at least, you know, Yoshida did make it to the major leagues, so we shall see what happens there. So I'm vibing excitement on this one. It's going to be really cool. So I will see you guys later, and tonight we have NXT with the it's going to be stand and deliver season, and we are about 11 days away from stand and deliver, so that's a big deal. And so we know Dark State will make their in-ring debut official in-ring debut. It's 3 of the 4 gentlemen. I believe it will be Osiris Griffin, Deion Lennox, and Cutler James. Shaquan Sugars, I think, being the spokesperson for the team, will be outside the ring, will be in the corner of Dark State as they face the D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo, the consigliere, Luca Cristofino, the underboss, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, with the lovely Adriana Rizzo in their corner. Will Dark State recruit somebody on the women's division to offset Adriana Rizzo? Could be somebody from LFG, not getting a fair shake. Who knows? And we'll find out for sure. So that's all the time we have on this episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. I hope you guys tune in. So for the next episode of the show, you don't know what I'm going to talk about, what segment I'm going to have. I'm very unpredictable when it comes to that. Who knows what's going to pop up in my brain. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.